Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain nth root test. Let's suppose you are given a series with positive terms for all n greater than equals to some integer and not, means for finite terms let it be negative, and after leaving that finite terms the given series having the positive terms. And suppose that we will find out the limit of nth root of the nth term 1 by n, an to the power 1 by n. So nth root of nth term, find out this limit, let it be L. Then this test says that the series converges if this L is strictly less than 1, the series diverges if this L is strictly greater than 1, and the test is inconclusive if your L is exactly 1 is equals to 1. So same as in the case of ratio test, we are having a series with positive terms, and then we find out the nth root of the nth term and then find out the limit as an approaching to infinity. Say it is L. If this L is less than 1, then the given series converges. If your L is strictly greater than 1, then the given series is divergent. And for L is equal to 1, this test fails. That means we have to apply some another test to check the behavior of the given series. Now just see how it will work. Now in the case 1, we are finding the limit of nth root of nth term and say it is L. Now just see, if your L is strictly less than 1, then just by the definition of limit, this difference is very small. Let's suppose epsilon is very small such that L plus epsilon is less than 1. We have to choose epsilon so small that L plus epsilon is also strictly less than 1, right? Now just simplify this. What will you have? You have your a n to the power this minus L is lying between this. So you will have that this lying between this. Further, you will have your nth term from this side is strictly less than L plus epsilon to the power n. Right? Now, since this number is strictly less than 1, this will become a GP series. Right? This is nth term of GP series with common ratio is strictly less than 1. So by direct comparison, we know that GP series is convergent whenever the ratio is strictly less than 1. So this series is convergent. So if this series is convergent, this is strictly less than this. So by direct comparison, the given series AN is also convergent. Right? So whenever your L is strictly less than 1, we have this series is convergent. Right? Now if your L is greater than 1, then what will happen? If your L it is strictly greater than 1, that means this limit which is L, this is greater than 1, right? It means your nth root of this term. Basically these terms are strictly greater than 1 whenever your n is very large, for large values of n, right? So this implies that your nth term is greater than 1 to the power n, again for large values of n. So which further implies that the limit of nth term is never 0, because these terms are greater than 1. So whenever this term is not going to 0 as n goes to infinity, this implies that your given series is divergent by nth root test. Oh, sorry, by nth term divergent test, right? So whenever the ratio, this limit L is strictly greater than 1, then the given series is divergent. But for L is equal to 1, this test fails, because we have an example of 1 by n series and 1 over n square series. Here this is convergent by p series test, this is divergent by p series test. But if you find out the behavior of this series with the help of this nth root test, what will happen? It is 1 by n. When you take its nth root and then you find out the limit n going to infinity, so this limit is 1. The same way here, when you find out the limit of the nth term, the nth root of nth term, it is also 1, right? So this is also 1. So whenever this limit is 1, we are not sure about the behavior of the series, whether it is convergent or divergent, right? So in that case we have to apply some another test. So this is our nth root test. So once again, see what this nth root test says, that this test says that you are having a series with terms positive, right? Then you find out the limit of nth term with taking nth root, let it be L. Then three cases arises. If this L is less than 1, then this implies your series is convergent. If this is greater than 1, then this implies this series is divergent. And if it is equal to 1, test fails. So we have to apply some another test. So now just see with the help of example. Let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series n square upon 2 to the power n, where n is varying from 1 to infinity. So we can apply the nth root test over here. This is our nth term. So by nth root test, or simply root test, we will find out the limit of nth root of nth term. So here our nth term is n square upon 2 to the power n. We will find out the nth root of it. So this limit is 1, this is 2 independent of n, so you will have this is half. Whenever this limit is strictly less than 1, by nth root test the given series is convergent, right? Now just see one more example. Let's suppose you have to check the behavior of the series 2 to the power n upon n square. Again your n is varying from 1 to infinity. Basically this is reciprocal of previous series. Again we can apply nth root test. So by nth root test we have to find out the limit of the nth root of the nth term. So when we find out the limit of nth root of nth term, what will happen? What we have, this is 2 upon n to the power 1 by n square. Since we know that the limit of n to the power 1 by n is 1, so we have this is 2, which is strictly greater than 1. So this implies that our given series is divergent. Right? So in this way we can apply the nth root test to check the behavior of the series with positive terms. We prefer this test in that case whenever we have the nth term in the form of powers of n, so that after taking nth root the powers will cancel out, right? So we will prefer this test in that cases. For example, let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series n minus 2 by n to the power n, where your n is varying from 1 to infinity. Okay, so this is our nth term. So we can apply nth root test over here. Now just see, since this is uh, in terms of powers of n, so we can apply this test. Now when you find out the limit of this n minus 2 by n to the power n to the power 1 by n, you will have this is n minus 2 by n. So when you find out the limit of this, you will have this is 1, right? So in this case your test fails, because whenever this limit is 1, we can't say whether our series is convergent or not. So we have to apply some another test, right? So now just see which test you can apply. If you see its nth term is n minus 2 to the power n upon n to the power n. Now just see, you can take n to be common in the numerator and in the denominator. So you will have this. So when you find out the limit of its nth term, what will you have? So this is 1 plus x by n to the power n. So it will go to e to the power minus 2, which is not 0. So whenever the nth term is not approaching to 0 as n goes to infinity, by using nth term divergent test, what will we have? The given series n minus 2 upon n to the power n, this is divergent. So whenever by applying nth root test we have this limit to be 1, we have to apply some another test. So in this case we find out the limit of nth term, since it is not going to 0 as n goes to infinity. So by nth term divergent test, this test is this series is divergent, right? You can see one more example. Let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series e to the power minus n into n cube, where your n is varying from 1 to infinity. So again we can apply the nth root test. By nth root test, the limit of the nth term, this is you have e to the power minus n into n cube to the power 1 by 3. So you will have this is e to the power minus 1 n to the power 1 by n whole cube. When you find out the limit of it, this is as it is and this is approaching to 1. So 1 cube is 1. So we will have 1 by e. Since we know that the e is greater than 1, it is 2 point something. So 1 by e will be strictly less than 1. So whenever this limit is strictly less than 1, by nth root test, the given series is convergent. So this is convergent.